Alrighty guys, so we are here finally with probably the most hype EZAs of all time. In this video we're going to be showcasing Gogeta Blue here. This is like probably, I mean, he's up there with one of my favorite cards, but he's definitely like, for a very long time, had the best animations in the game and still has like at least top 5 animations in the game. Like, this guy is just like, was so cool when he came out, I would say. And now that with their ECAs, they are absolutely monstrous. So we're gonna be going ahead and jumping in today into, we're just gonna jump into a red zone right away. We're gonna jump into the Cell red zone because this one's like kind of a longer one, so we can probably get a really good look at him. Probably have him linked up with the other Gogeta Blue just to kind of have like a little funny double Gogeta Blue rotation. And then we'll see how it goes from there. Maybe we'll try to get some rotations. Maybe we'll get a rotation where he has the GT Duo support. That'll be a pretty fun rotation to see. But nonetheless, go ahead and jump in, see how this goes. I'm expecting this guy to absolutely incinerate everything, by the way. I'm not expecting anything to live, anything to survive. Now, I guess the one thing to bring up here is, primarily, especially if you're bringing these guys in without intention of running them on rotation, I feel like you definitely can run them on rotation. It's not like a mistake per se if you were. However, I guess if you're trying to play like optimally and like safe per se, you probably want to like float these guys until they transform. But if you are trying to like min-max them, then yeah, obviously you want to keep them on rotation, because they do stack attack on their super attacks and on this base form, and they that'll help their blue form hit like so much harder. Like, basically the best situation is like, now we have Gogeta on turn 1, right? So the best case scenario to get the most damage out of him is if he triple supers on this turn and then he triple supers the next turn, so that way when he goes into blue he'll have 6 stacks. So we'll see, maybe we can get that, maybe we won't. But I guess just to go off his kit real quick. So he now gets 140% attack and defense start a turn. He gets key 4 and 100% defense on attack. He has an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super as the first second attacker. As the third attacker, he guaranteed double supers. He launches like a guaranteed additional super, and then he has a 70% chance to dodge. That's why, like, I feel like if you are running this guy optimally and you want to play the safest, and especially like some of the very hard fights, you want to just float this guy until he transforms. Because like, at least he'll get 2 stacks, maybe 3 stacks, because you definitely do want to build this guy full additional. And then he'll float, and then when he comes back, he's gonna go into blue, and we'll talk about blue later when he transforms. But yeah, when you go blue, I don't think, like, the way they designed him, he just incinerates everything. So nonetheless, go ahead and put him in slot 2 here. We'll go ahead and give him all these orbs right here. That won't get him to 24 key, but I mean, he doesn't really get anything as of right now on 24 key. It's more or less when you go blue that you really want to get him 24 key. So we'll go ahead and do this with Weirus to get a little bit of support from that. So let's go ahead and see what type of numbers he does here. Hopefully we do get at least the 70% to work. I know sometimes I'm kind of unlucky with that 70% chance to like do an additional super, so hopefully it goes through. My Gogeta does have like full additional. I think he has 27 additional, so he should be double supering like quite a bit here. So 6.47, that is like, you know, this is pretty impressive with support. He does have a 70%. We do get it right here. Keep in mind, all these super attacks right here, we're stacking attack with every super. Can we get the hidden potential super? No, we get a normal, but alright, so we have 2 stacks. Oh, okay, how much does he eat this for? We do get, like, he gets so much defense on super. 39k, this cell doesn't hit the hardest, obviously, but I have seen this cell sometimes, like, hit certain units and he does like 200, 300k to them, so it's like, he's not like I guess a wuss either, per se. Do I want to keep both the SS4s here? I mean, I really do want to float blue Gogeta, just so I can have him with Gogeta, so I mean, I don't really have a choice here, I guess. It's fine. if push comes to shove, we can also just transform one of the SS4s and then just have them link up together, and they'll be pretty good. But yeah, so this guy, I would say, like, if I end up using, I mean, I'm definitely gonna be using this guy a lot, especially in future showcases. But if I'm using him just on the team, and I don't really have him like built with a partner and like built in the core strategy, that is completely fine, because he'll still work absolutely magnificent just as like a, you know, slot 3 unit. You just float every turn. He'll still put out insane damage, he'll still do insane things, and he'll still probably win you the run. Like, you don't have to run this guy on rotation. Like, obviously, if you're trying to have fun with him, and him specifically, yeah, go for it. But this unit, the way it's designed, you can completely float them, and you honestly don't get penalized that much. But if you want to min-max them and reach the absolute highest peak this character can do, then yeah, you would want to keep them on rotation. It's just like, I'm also kind of surprised like how insane they made these guys, because like, in my opinion, last year with the, especially with the, well, it's a little bit unfortunate that he kind of lived with that much health, because we're not gonna be able to do more than like one super attack here. But I'm kind of surprised that they made him in Vegito this powerful, just because last year, so yeah, as you can see, he definitely wants to be in slot 2, because he gets a lot, he gets 100% defense from his passive, and then if you do the 18 key, it's a 50% defense for 1 turn. And obviously I only put him in slot 1 there just because I wanted him to get the attack stack before he possibly, what's it called, like before the enemy got killed. I mean, we have a full physical rotation here. So who got floated off? I floated off the gods. I'm gonna transform with this Gogeta in hopes of possibly just eradicating this this, what's his name? Why am I blanking so hard right now? This second form cell, hopefully. Let's see. I feel like if we get, yeah, if we get 24 key for everybody, and then we get the support from this guy right here, I think they have a chance of just absolutely incinerating this guy right here, because they do have the support memory buff. The main reason why is because we are going to transform into blue, and I know you might be thinking, like, oh, well, why do you want to kill this phase? You're going to go into the next phase, and you're going to be type disadvantaged, because perfect form cell is going to be AGL. Well, you see, my friend, when Gogeta Blue first transforms, that very first turn, he guaranteed dodges. He cannot be touched. So it doesn't matter that we're going to be type advantage, because he's not going to get hit. Like, point in case, just simple. Just, he cannot be hit. And he's going to slap up Cell probably so hard that we're probably just going to kill him next turn. So it's not like we have to be worried at all. And even though it doesn't, looks like we're gonna fall like just short of being able to kill this guy, which is also gonna suck, because we're not gonna be able to, again, do a bunch of attacks with Gogeta if this guy lives with 1 health bar. Oh, Weirus for the clutch. Please kill him. This would be so clutch if it kills. Yes, let's go. Okay, cool. Yeah, because if he would have been left with that much health. Remember, Gogeta, and another thing about Gogeta Blue is he has to build up by doing a bunch of attacks, but he has a bunch of attacks, like, guaranteed from his passive, so now we transform. We have guaranteed dodging for this turn. He has 2 additional attacks, each of which have a 30% chance to be a super. He's super effective as first or second attacker. He gets 7 ki when he attacks. If you put him in slot 3, he has a guaranteed additional and a 70% chance to dodge, basically the same thing as base form. And then when you get him to 24 ki, he guaranteed crits. Which, on this turn, we should easily be able to get him to 24 ki. Yeah, because he gets 7 ki on attacking, so like, yeah, we just give him that, and that should fill him up all the way to 24 ki. So yeah. As you can see here, Cell is attacking a bunch of times in slot 1 here, so we're just going to go ahead and put Gogeta right there, and he's just going to dodge everything. And then, again, we are probably going to do so much damage that we're just going to outright kill. I wish I can get the GT support up on this turn just to see how high the attack set is, but unfortunately not. But again, I am fairly certain Cell is dead here. I don't think he's living this rotation. So, yep, just guaranteed dodging. Oh, you're supering. Well, nope, never mind. Oh, now you're dead. Oh, I guess I miscounted. It's not 7 key, my bad. Oh, the 7 key is in slot 3, my bad. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, so we didn't get the additional super. We didn't get the additional super on that one, too. As you can see, he did build up the key from his passive, though, right there. And when he hit 24 key, we were able to do the crit there. So this is definitely a character that he is SDR, so you are going to have to give him 5 crit at least, but that's it. You should not give him more than that. Like, give him full additional, and then the rest, you can just put it into dodge. And I understand, like, dodge is not, like, needed on this guy specifically, but keep in mind that I don't think crit is really important either, because he's super effective, and then it's not like in base form that you're like really hurting that bad where you want to get crits, especially if you're playing with this guy the way, like, honestly I think you're supposed to play with him, which is just like floating him off and stuff like that. I want to kill him this turn, so we're gonna just do this. We're gonna pop this. Hopefully if this doesn't kill, we'll pop the gods one as well. Get a little bit of more Gogeta action in here. Hopefully this kills. If not, then we'll just play the turn. Yeah, oh, unfortunate. It's fine. He's just healing at the start, so I don't have to worry about, like, Gogeta taking a hit. And, you know, as long as Gogeta supers first before he gets hit, he'll be fine. But, this next, so what? He did 3 attacks there. He needs to do 4 to fully build up. So the first attack that we're going to do next turn is going to be, like, not fully built up, but if he does any additional supers afterwards, he's going to be fully built up. See. Okay, so this Cell, he usually supers, like, right away. And again, he doesn't get any dodging in slot 1, so this is probably going to hurt him a little bit. Being in slot 1, like, he's not going to, I'm not going to say he's going to tank this like the brightest. His defense is fairly good, 361k I think that says, or is that 81k? That's 81, sorry, I can't read. Well, we are going to be able to get some support here. You know, I don't think we need to use an item or anything. You know, we might also just straight up kill him here. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, he's going to super right here. This is probably going to hurt a little bit. Yep. But we just counter with a 13 million attack stat, guaranteed crit. We could do 2 more if we get lucky. Yep, just 10 million attack stat, guaranteed crit. Also, keep in mind, he's greatly raising defense with every single one of these supers. The 18 key one being for 3 turns, so he would, what do we do here? Because, like, I don't want to do that much damage, but it's like, I kind of need to super with these guys so I can live the turn. I mean, here, check it. Since we honestly aren't gonna get these guys since we aren't gonna get them next to him and stuff like that, what we could do is we could, like, transform with Vegeta basically. But no, Vegeta's gonna give, like, so much ki to everybody. I was gonna say, like, we can transform with Vegeta and basically just, like, die immediately, so that way the only damage we'll really do is with the Spirit Bomb, which will still do a lot of damage, but at least we're not gonna, like, outright incinerate this guy. Like, I feel like if we just play this turn out, we could do a lot of damage. I mean, we'll just do this with you, and it's like Gogeta, like, I kind of have to give him all this, otherwise he might, like, actually die. Like, I kind of don't want to use a Whis. And you know what? Screw it. We'll use a Whis just to live the turn. Yeah. I'll still give him this, though, just because I want him to have the extra damage reduction. And with you guys don't need to 24 key because you have 50% built up, and then we have the Whis up as well, so you guys will be fine regardless. And I mean, I guess on the bright side, we might be able to get him like below 50% health, which when we do that, we'll be able to do Gogeta's active skill here, which is other than the new burst modes that were introduced to their Dokkan events, like if you jump into that burst mode, which I'll do a video about that a little bit later, I guess if you set the difficulty like basically all the way, you can see this guy's like best turn, which is like you put him in slot 3, do the active skill, do all the damage from the active skill, and then put him in slot 1 or 2, and then have him just parade the enemy with a bunch of super attacks that are all going to be guaranteed crits. All of them are going to be all types of stuff. Like, it's just going to be like insanity how much damage he's going to do. That's the only place I think he will actually be able to showcase all that, because I feel like every other boss, since you have to use the active skill when the boss's health is at 50% or less, the boss is already kind of low, and the active skill hits so hard that it's probably only going to leave the boss with like 1 health bar maybe. So I don't think any boss can live here. So this is a good rotation here. I think this is 7 out of 7 links. Yeah, 7 out of 7 links. Defense at 432k. Keep in mind he does get 50% defense on every super, so like I think after 2 supers only, which he can do up to 4 if you get lucky, and if the boss lives, that is, he can get up to almost like 1,000,000 defense here. And again, I would say if you're using this guy, 15 mil guaranteed crit here. Yeah, like, what is living this? Just buy, okay? Even these normals, like, since they're guaranteed crits because of the 24 key, it's the like, even if he just does 2 normal attacks, like, even though it would hurt you, because those normals could be supers, and those supers would really benefit his defense, it's still a lot of damage. Like, I just expect these red zone showcases to end up being very brief, because we are just gonna annihilate. I'm probably gonna do, so I'm gonna do Vegito showcase probably after this video, and then for the red zone showcases, I'm probably gonna showcase them together, because I feel like that's like that's what people want to see, is they want to see them side to side. And obviously I feel like they work the best side to side. They share 6 out of 7 links together and all that stuff. I guess like the one problem per se is, I mean, not really. Like, I was gonna say like they might be a little fragile for them being slot 1 units, but I feel like Vegito can kind of hang in slot 1 as long as he's not like type disadvantage or type, like, I feel like against the core it's gonna be a little bit of a fishy idea to mess around with. But you go into the core on turn 4 anyways, so it's like you go into the core, these guys go blue, and then, not gonna lie, I think like if you have both of them on that turn, and then if you want to go real crazy, let's say you have the GT support up on that turn as well, they just kill the core that turn. And keep in mind, since it's their first turn transforming, they guaranteed dodge that turn, so the core cannot hurt them. It's just impossible. So I don't know. I genuinely think the way they built these units, they're gonna have to introduce something absolutely insane to the game for these guys to age, or they're simply just never gonna age, just because of how good design these guys are. And again, I genuinely feel like these are like top 5, maybe even like, no, I wouldn't say top 3 like for both, but I definitely feel like the way I'm thinking right now, like, I'm not too impressed with the Kai Goku and the Gohan. Like, I definitely think they're good and they're top 10 units, but they're not top 5, I don't think. Like, Goku might be like 5. Like, just going based off my head right now, I'd probably do like GT Duo 1, Z Duo 2, and then like Gogeta and Vegito either like tied at 3, or like maybe I'll put one at 3 and one at 4, but I feel like they're pretty similar units. Like, I know Vegito slightly, I would say, like, defends and in certain scenarios hits harder than Gogeta, but at the end of the day, I feel like they're both similar units. They both annihilate anything in their path, so I feel like it's, you know, you can just put them together. It's not that big of a deal. Like, the only time you can put them separate is if, you know, Gogeta keeps receiving, like, movie hero buffs, and then Vegito never receives another Patari unit for the rest of his life. It just dies in a hole, but I just think they're similar, so I guess my rating would be, like, number 1 GT Duo, number 2 Z Duo, and then, like, these two are probably going to be together at 3. I'll do another tier list once the 8th anniversary is fully completed, just so I can, like, make sure there's no other LR EZAs, because I don't want to do a tier list, and then, like, the next week they announce, like, SDR Vegito and Buhan EZA, and then just, you know, that shakes up the entire tier list, because they're probably going to be on that tier list, so I'm going to wait until the very end of the anniversary to do it, but expect a tier list for both. I'll probably do EZA TURs, probably won't do one for normal TURs, and then, you know, just LR tier list. That's the one that I feel like people care the most about, so just expect that soon. So I'll be back later today with the showcase for Vegito, and don't be surprised if you are just slightly a little bit more impressed with Vegito, but again, I feel like they're both carbon copies of each other at the end of the day. Slight differences here and there, but they both annihilate. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have been using these units, how much fun you've been having with them, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.